You got how many siblings? 12? 11?
12. 12.
12 of y'all. God damn, that's a lot of kids. So Oxygen was giving Shawty Lo an actual show called All My Baby Mamas, right?
Right.
And what happened to that? All we know is we got the one little commercial snippet clip. I think it was like 10 minutes long, and then they pulled the plug on it. Do you recall what happened back then? Was you going to be a part of it?
Yes. From what I know or know of, Sabrina Lamb, she started a petition to get the show canceled, and a lot of people had signed it, so they canceled it. But from my opinion, them same people who signed the petition to cancel it were the same people who were gonna watch it to actually see what was gonna go on or how it was gonna be, and it wasn't. And it wasn't going to be like, all the baby mamas fighting and acting crazy and this and that. It was just going to be about my dad showing how he managed being an artist, being a street dude, and being a father all in one, and by him having all these baby mamas and kids, he didn't have any problems. Everybody got along, all the kids, all the baby mamas, like everybody was cool. Like we got together on like holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we all kicked it as one big unit. And and he was just trying to shed light on that side of his life.
That's fucked up because it's hard. And Sabrina, whoever that person was, Sabrina, whatever, she was just a regular fucking person.
No, if I recall correctly, she worked for CNN. Sabrina Lamb.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna probably boycott her outside because I feel like it's needed because co-parenting is very important, and that's some of the things that we don't show inside of our community. You feel me, the Black community. But of course, when it's called All My Baby Mamas and shit, she probably, or without them doing enough research and finding out, or actually talking to Lo itself, figuring out exactly what the show was going to be. You feel me? They judged it, which is bullshit because it's a lot of Caucasian shows and shit out there that show a lot more ignorant shit when it comes to households and things of sort. So, and one of the things that I've always saluted is most niggas that got a bunch of baby mamas, that shit is from, they got money in the game, shit like that. As far as music industry, a lot of the music industry people that got a bunch of baby mamas, it happened once they got into the game. Shawty Lo, all his baby mamas is from before the actual music shit, correct?
Right.
So that show, man, he was already touching. I mean, he makes it clear in a lot of interviews how much of a real nigga he was and the real things he stood for and the things that he did inside his past life before he chose to clean it up and get into the music aspect of it. How did you feel as his son, seeing him make that transition? That had to be probably the most proud time of your life, being his son, seeing him make that transition from illegal to legal.
Right. And I was just gonna say, just being his son, like, and being there when like we was in the trap, in the base, this and that going on, Jay's at the door, him getting chased by the police, drive-by, shootout, just all type of stuff as a kid, just seeing that. And then, like, even though he had money then too. So, but just to change our life to the point where we really don't have to worry about nothing. Like, he took us out the hood, and we got to live a little better. And we didn't have to worry about the police or this person doing this, this person doing that anymore. So just from seeing him doing that, and growing up, he just used to always say, you can be better than me. Basically he was doing this for us, just changing over, investing his street money into something positive. So, he like, y'all, you and me, me and his kids, the other kids, like, we can all do something great in life, no matter what odds or actually got stacked against us. So just seeing him do that just let me know that I can do this now. You know what I mean? He did it when all the odds stacked against him, And when he didn't really have nothing, he turned nothing into something. So I can do it too.
Right. Yeah, that's what a father's supposed to do. Set that trend. You feel me? That's when we have those generational curses being broken because we start seeing different things. You feel me? And he put y'all on a better scale than he actually have. Like most of us, if you was a fan of LO, you feel me? You already know what his story was as far as how he came up and things of sort. And the choices that we make in life, they just are what they are. You feel me? But we can instill and actually not just tell our children, hey, you could do better, but actually show our children like, hey, you could do better because I'm the fucking leading example that actually showed you how to do it. So that's dope, and it's slick as shit that you actually caught on to that, and we see it from the way that you move. I mean, if they didn't see it before this interview, we're gonna make sure they see it from the way you moving before this interview is over. So let's go back to that night, and of course I gotta bring it up, but September 21st, 2016. Where was you at when you got the news that Shawty Lo, your father, had passed away?
I was actually in jail at the time. So I was in jail, and I had just talked to him the day before. I was supposed to be home that month of September, but I had just talked to him the day before because his dad, my granddad, had just passed 2 weeks prior to him passing. So me just talking to him on the phone, trying to keep him, up and going, lifted, and giving him positive words. And then I got the news around about 5 in the morning. One of the guys who was locked up with me, he came to my room door, and or whatever, and he owed me 2 months of commissary. So and that was a Wednesday, and our store call usually come on Wednesday. So I was thinking he was coming to the door to me and either that or either to tell me that he ain't got it or whatever the case may be. So he came to the door and he was just like, Lo, I don't know how you don't take this, but your dad passed, bro. I'm like, he passed. I'm like, bro, man, get the fuck on, bro. So then my other partner, he came to the door with a cell phone. So when he did that kind of just let me know, like, man, shit.
Right.
He might be right. So when I called and my dad, it said picked up my dad mom's phone. So my grandmother, his ex was at her house and she picked up the phone, and that basically just let me know, like, yeah, man, yeah. So it was just a moment where it was like a lot of disbelief, like, and like people. I mean, it hurt me, but I was more angry than hurt, because like, damn shit, because I had just lost my mom a year prior. My mom passed July 26, 2015 in a car accident, the same way as my dad. So shit, it was just like, damn, like he was the last thing that I had, well, that I felt like I had, and I was just like, damn, that was the last thing, and now he gone. Like, shit, like I was just more mad than anything, and not at him, but just at the fact that he's gone, and that was the last thing that I felt like I had, or the last person that I felt like I had my corner.
Brother, that shit sound like a tragic 2 years, a tragic year.
Yeah.
Feel me? So my condolences, my nigga, because you're a strong brother, man. You out here moving. So you got that news, and what happens then? Do you get out of jail in time to actually go to the funeral? Pay your respect, things of sort?
Nah, they actually didn't let me go to the funeral because they said that it was a high profile case or whatever the case may be, and a lot of people was gonna be there, and they want me to try to escape or something happened. They got to watch over me and try to protect everybody. You know how they're just trying to
bullshit.
And shit.
So they ain't even let you out. When? All right. So you watching basically with the rest of us as far as what's going on. You feel me? I know how it is, and I'm jail and certain things. Y'all got TVs and so And like you said, it was a high profile situation. So all of that shit was documented and news was playing certain shit. And especially if he was locked up in Atlanta prison, you feel me, that they definitely showing it there. So you feel me? I think one of the dopest things I've seen, Shawty Lo was leaving the Blue Flame that night when the whole incident happened. And again, if you listen to anything from him, you know that was his motherfucking spot. Any interviews you watch, all that shit, you know that was his fucking spot. So yo left there, they had the accident, you feel me, the untimely passing. But what I felt real dope was the funeral procession went back to the Blue Flame with the casket. Is that was real?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, that was some. Did they just stop in the parking lot? How's that shit? Because we ain't got a lot of clips of that. That's some homegrown footage that a nigga gonna probably release in about 15 years. But we don't have a lot of footage for that type of stuff. So what did they do? They just pulled it through the parking lot and let niggas rock out, or they asked like what happened that you know of? I know you speaking from what you heard and shit too.
Yeah. I was gonna say from my understanding, they just pulled up. I don't think that they took the casket out and took it in flame, but they had his music playing and you know, and people could just walk up, you know, just say they last goodbyes or whatever the case may be, and just turn up for them, you know, have fun, you know. Strippers came out and danced and stuff, and they did this and that, and you know, like, bro, he was like, you know, just think about it. You can't ask to go out no better way. You know what I mean? Like,
they say that's what he liked.
Yeah.
They say that's what he liked.
So yeah,
I heard this one story. He said he took his mother to the Blue Flame. Did you ever hear that story, like, personally?
Oh yeah, and she I just took her to KOD with me.
Oh shit.
If you go on my Instagram right now, you gonna see her like at KOD with me. Like
shit, turning up.
Yeah. My grandma, and like, she a triple OG, man. Hey,
that's
real gang,
it is.
Real hood, like bro, she lit, she fun, and she is the life of the party, man. So wherever she go, she gonna have her good time, yeah, you know, and she fit in. Like, people respect her and everything she got going on. So you know, it ain't like I'm bringing my grandma and everybody like, man, oh, the hell is this old lady in the club? Like,
they know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Mrs. Elo.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's real shit. So speaking of that, I want you to give me the illest or one of those memories that the world will never know. Because again, these is your personal shit, and I don't want you to give me your personal bank, because those are yours to go with for as long as you. But give us an LO memory with you and him, man. That just some funny ass shit, man. Because the world wants to know those memories and remember him in that way, because it's a lot of them. Every nigga I hear talk about him got some crazy ass LO memories, man. So I need one from one of the illest fucking people and closest people to him. What's an ill memory of Shawty Lo and you?
Okay. It was one time. We had went out of town, and I think we were in if I'm not mistaken, we was either in North Carolina or South Carolina, and he had just did a show, so you know, we got females and stuff, and we stopped at the gas station and stuff to grab, you know, little drinks and condoms and stuff, and you know, so you know, we went up to the counter, and he bought only one condom. So I was asking him, like, hey, Dad, you think that's gonna be enough for everybody? and man, he looked at me and like, he died laughing because you like, at that time, I think I was like 17, 18. So I'm like, hey, like, shit, we gonna need more than that. Like, shit, I'm gonna need one. Shit, what's going on? Shit.
Nigga said you on your own.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Oh, he just thinking about him. Like he don't bought one. I'm trying to tell. No, I don't know about everybody else, but I know I need one. I know what's going on.
Yo, that's dope. Yo, that's dope. It sounds like he put some great motherfucking memories in your life. You feel me?
Man.
Even just the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. Like it sounds like he put some great memories in your life. What was it like being out on tour and shit? Like you just now spoke of being at the show. So you 16, 17, and you fucking with a not only a mega superstar, you fucking with a real gangster. So it's
Right.
like, you feel me? So I'm gonna tell you how I see it as a father. I see it as I ain't gonna stop you from drinking. You go ahead and drink yourself, and I'm gonna just laugh at you the next morning and let you learn your own lesson. But tell me if that's how it was. What was it? Was it like, no, put that down, son? No, don't smoke. No, son. What was it like?
No, so basically I really didn't start smoking until I went to college, and I went to college in California. So you know that weed over there is legal and stuff. So boom. So once I came back from college and stuff, and he found out that I smoked, you know, he just like, okay, like, you know. So once we were going out of town and stuff, you know, so I smoked with him or sit with him, and you know, I ain't get all crazy turned up with him because that ain't me. But you know, I just wanted to be lit and just feel good and kick it. So you know, we just used to do that together, smoke together, drink together, just kick it. Like my dad was like my best friend, my brother, my partner, just my mentor, a leader, just everything you could want out of somebody or want out of life from different people. He was all that in one. So I didn't have to go nowhere to ask somebody from advice or ask this person this question, that question. It's like he knew everything. Shit. But he been through enough in life to be able to shed wisdom on any situation. And 9 times out of 10, he was always right. He was always right. I really can't name a time where he was just wrong, really ever, because he always had the answers.
That's serious. That's serious, man. Fuck, you know, R.I.P. Shawty Lo. Yo, that's. Well, I still hear niggas from out there, you feel me, born homes and shit like that, saying that it just took a loss, man. It put a big loss on just the community, the feeling in Atlanta and all of that shit. Like, you feel me? Like I heard Fabo talking about it. Fabo was talking about how like, yo, he put such a void, and it ain't even about filling a void because it's impossible. But it's just a different feeling. But I want to know something that's been on me. That motherfucking necklace you got on right now. And for all the listeners, you feel me, that they ain't watching the video, you should log on to the motherfucking YouTube and make sure you watch the video too, so you can see Shawty Lo Jr. out here rocking that motherfucking D4L necklace just like his daddy used to rock. But we all seen the pictures of the funeral with the homie had his D4L chain on. So did you get one made just like it, or how what's that situation?
His sister, which is my aunt, she took it off him. And this is it. This is what he had on.
Official one.
Yeah.
Damn. And I'm gonna tell you why that shit spoke out to me so much. Yo, he might have been one of the first niggas to rock a piece that motherfucking big. Like that he might have been the first. I'm trying to think back. You feel me? We started getting the Laffy Taffy and shit like that. What, like 04? I don't think we seen a piece that big at that time, yo.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the official D4L necklace.
Original. This is it. This is what he had. This the chain he had on, and this the watch he had on. So I got the chain and the watch.
How the fuck you do that with 29,000 siblings?
Shit. Honestly,
you fight the best.
Huh?
You fight the best.
Yeah, but it didn't have to come down to that because my aunt had it, and she was gonna keep it for herself because she was gonna keep it as a memory for her because but back then when my dad was doing what he was doing, she was his right hand man. He was the muscle, and she was the brain. So they it's like it was a team. So that that was his personal person in the world. Or he'll come to her, they talk, they plan to do stuff together, and they just did everything together. So she was gonna keep that, but I don't know what made her just give it to me one day. I came to her house one day and she was just staring at me, and she just looked at me and she turned her head to the side, she turned her head the other way, she did it again, and she walked upstairs, she came back down, she gave it to me. And she gave me the chain and the watch. I don't know what she seen in me back then, because I think that was like 2017. Yeah. So I don't know what she seen in me then, but shit, it's paying off now.